Alchemedians. Welcome to another edition of
The Alchemediagames.
And guess what? We are doing something so vast, so explorers. We are trying to get this episode uploaded to you by the end of February. It took a while for the other Alchemedia games to come out. But hit that like button and subscribe because we are going to do 2 a month this year. At least for this year. For next year, we could probably do like 1 a month. We could do like 1 per 2 months. We could like try to separate down a little bit so that there's more like time in between. But this year, I kind of committed to something, so I might as well. This time, if you don't already see, we have stuff from musicals and also musical artists, because this theme of the Alchemedia games is music edition. All music, from musicals to musicians, and that's basically it. I asked some people who their favorite artists are, and they answered. Shall we list down the characters? I think we shall. Let's get started with the cast. In District 1, Evan Hansen, part of my favorite musical, Dear Evan Hansen. Amazing. I recommend listening to the soundtrack if you haven't already. Orpheus, from a very, very great musical called Hadestown, where he sings a bunch of little songs for Hades to remind him of Persephone. That's basically a lot of the musical, and I love listening to it. So maybe you'll do a lot in the Hunger Games. Squip from Be More Chill. A book first, but the musical is something different. Like, you can feel the experience coming through you. It's just so good. Squip. A squip is a type of processor used to make yourself way more chill, as in the musical. Then, in a different direction, but still in the musical direction, Green Day. Because Green Day has a musical called American Idiot, the live performance. And that album came out on my birthday, and the fact that they made a musical based on that is so good when the album's already so cool. Next up in District 2, these are two pairs in District 2. Juliet and Shakespeare from two different musicals. Well, Juliet from And Juliet, which has a lot of pop tunes and stuff. It's really cool. And Shakespeare from Something Rotten, which is a phenomenal musical that really doesn't try to take history seriously in the best ways. And then Bonnie and Clyde from Bonnie and Clyde, which is people on the run from the law, but they're also in love. It's sweet. Next up is The Phantom and Christine. Christine can be taken many ways because there are so many Christines in musicals. So she could be the Christine from Be More Chill. She could be the Christine from Phantom of the Opera. The Phantom is obviously the Phantom from the opera, but Christine can be from anyone, anywhere. Aladdin and Genie, because Aladdin is such a good musical anyway. I mean, have you ever actually listened to the Aladdin musical? The musical hits different in so many ways, where even the songs that don't have nothing to do with Aladdin are so good, and I just vibe to every part of it. District 4. Elphaba and Glinda from Wicked. The Wicked Witch and the Nice Witch of Wizard of Oz. And they had a phenomenal movie that came out, and it was so good. I didn't realize what it was about until I watched the movie. And go watch it if you haven't seen it already. It's a lot to go through. We have Queen, who has "We Will Rock You," and then Ren from Footloose, who is the most dancerific person who can dance in this whole group, because boy can he dance, and that whole movie is something else. District 5, basically the Hamilton district. Lin-Manuel Miranda, Aaron Burr, Thomas Jefferson, and King George. Lin-Manuel Miranda is so good, and I love everything he does. District 6, Veronica and the Heathers from Heathers, which is probably the weirdest musical I've ever listened to. I actually have never watched the movie. I honestly think I should. Just, the Heathers is an amazing musical. Adam Levine, which now we get into the group of people who are musicians, who are people who make music. Adam Levine is my favorite singer of all time. He made so many songs when I was little, and that's it. I just love Adam Levine. Maroon 5 is quite literally one of the best bands I really grew up with. Then we have Boy With Uke, who is one of the newer artists that really ended his career. Literally, like, he ended his career with his final album. But he's such a unique artist, and I absolutely love the fact that he took what he had with his uke and literally named a name for himself for his uke. And the many songs that were just used for ukulele, awesome. Bro, this is... I love Boy With Uke so much. District 7. Black Bear, another musician. I love Black Bear's music so much. Jelly Roll feels more like a artist that's a gospel singer because of how much power he brings to each song that he sings. Like his latest album, I recommend it so much. It filled me up with pride. Zac Efron, High School Musical series, and also part of The Greatest Showman. I already used Hugh Jackman, so I can't use him again because of my rules that I stated for this. Christopher Walken, yes, because he is part of Hairspray. And go watch Hairspray if you haven't. It takes a weird turn. Like, you wouldn't expect what this movie's about. But Hairspray is a very good movie to watch. And if you don't like it, you should at least watch it once because of how crazy it is. Okay. Now we have the two orphans, Oliver and Annie. Which, Oliver, I like the musical art Oliver. It has some great music that I could vibe to any day. Annie, on the other hand, I feel like there are a few good, like, the songs that everybody knows. And then there's the songs that are just forgettable. I'll say that. There's Jack Black, who is Steve. And why did I put Jack Black on here? Because he is a music god. And The Lonely Island, because a lot of their music is just a pleasure to listen to. Not only for, like, real reasons, just for comedic music reasons. It's just so funny every single time I listen to The Lonely Island. Next up in District 9 is Sweeney Todd. He is a barber, and he kills people. So I think he'll fit in right in here. Ethan Slater, who plays SpongeBob in the SpongeBob musical, and he's just so high energy. So technically this is SpongeBob if SpongeBob was in a musical, because he was SpongeBob in a SpongeBob musical. Then I put the Dreamgirls kind of as a joke, because I was like, okay, the Dreamgirls killed this person. The Dreamgirls killed this person. The Dreamgirls drowned. And then I also put in cats for a joke because cats killed this person. This person killed cats. Why would they kill a cat? All right, District 10. Usnavi and Benny from the musical In the Heights. The musical, I mean, it's alright. I feel like there's too many songs. I don't hate on too many songs, just this is the type of musical that has too many songs. The movie, on the other hand, In the Heights, is 100% pure. There's so many good parts of In the Heights that I absolutely love to just throw myself at because there's so many perspectives in the musical that just shows everything that's happening. Then there's Matilda, which is from my least favorite musical, Matilda, which shows that if you have parents that say bad stuff about you, just use your telepathic powers and they will stop. That's basically what I got from watching Matilda the musical. And then Josh Gad, because he was from Book of Mormon, which is another one of my least favorite musicals. But he's also part of Frozen, which is a pretty good musical in general. District 11. BB No $sign here. Then we have Kendrick Lamar, who I appreciate he was in the Super Bowl, but I swear he was in the Super Bowl before. And I heard like that part of the Super Bowl to some people was not that good. AGR, which is one of my favorite bands. I was gonna put them in here for the sake of they're a really good band and one of my favorites. But I was like, that's a band. That's a little unfair to the other like single singers. Then I put Dreamgirls in here. I know, but somebody suggested it, so I put AGR in, which makes me happy. Then I put Billy Joel in because wait a minute. I put Billy Joel in with Green Day, which means he's fighting himself. I think that will put itself up for comedic reasons, and I would love to see that go out, see who lives longer in this. District 12. SZA, S-Z-A, with phenomenal music. Elton John, because Elton John, come on, he's a very powerful singer, and most people know him for being Elton John. Juice WRLD, which is a very popular artist. Rest in peace, though. We hope you survive this one. And this one's not a singer. He's just a friend that wanted to suggest himself into the Alchemediagames. And I was like, sure, but you're going to be against a bunch of musical artists. And he was like, okay. And he did it with like a laughing emoji. So, that is all the districts. There's a slight part of me that wants the Heathers to win. Because if the Heathers win, that just shows how powerful they are as a group. So I'm going to say the Heathers should win. And who should get the most kills? Adam Levine, because he has, if you haven't seen his music video, Animals, he has a bunch of rotten animals in his freezer that he howls to. So, yeah, I think Adam Levine would get the most kills, which we do not have yet. We also have not had an event yet, so crossing fingers for that. Anyway, is it time to proceed? I think it is time. Shall we? I think we shall. As the tributes stand on their podium, the horn sounds. Dreamgirls run away from the cornucopia. Jack Black runs away from the cornucopia. Cats runs away from the cornucopia. Christine runs away from the cornucopia. Kendrick Lamar shoots an arrow into Matilda's head. I mean, oh gosh. Now I feel bad. Yeah. Because, like, Matilda's my least favorite musical, but, like, she's just a little girl. I guess she would be the most powerful because she has telepathic powers, but dude, Kendrick Lamar, she's just a kid. I know she's powerful, but jeez, dude. Queen snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag because they want to break free. Sweeney Todd runs away from the cornucopia. Aaron Burr grabs his sword, but in order to see if he survives, just wait for it. Oliver runs away from the cornucopia. BB No Money runs away from the cornucopia. Christopher Walken strangles Shakespeare with a rope. Why are you choking me? Because you are not part of this era. Juliet and Black Bear fight Lin-Manuel Miranda and Ren. Lin-Manuel Miranda and Ren survive. Well, duh. They have the most choreography. They can actually just go around you and snap your neck without you realizing, because Lin-Manuel Miranda and Ren are magnificent choreographers. Clyde runs away from the cornucopia. Evan Hansen runs away from the cornucopia. Elton John scares Juice WRLD away from the cornucopia. Jelly Roll receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. Veronica grabs the sword. The Lonely Island runs away from the cornucopia. Genie floats away from the cornucopia. King George runs away from the cornucopia. Benny runs away from the cornucopia. The Phantom grabs a backpack, not realizing it is empty, and the fact he can't really grab it because he is a phantom. Zac Efron grabs a backpack and retreats. Ethan Slater and Glinda fight for a bag. Ethan Slater gives up and retreats. That's so funny because Ethan Slater's part of the Wicked movie, and Glinda's Glinda. Squip gathers as much food as he can, as much food and as much information as he can, because he is a pill that can gather all your information. It's from Japan. It's a gray oblong pill. Elphaba runs away from the cornucopia. Thomas Jefferson runs into the cornucopia and hides. Aladdin clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Green Day stays at the cornucopia for resources. Billy Joel, Preston, Adam Levine, and the Heathers share everything they gathered before running. Let's go. The Green Day shares everything they gathered before running, and they stay at the cornucopia for resources, so that makes sense. Canon event. Usnavi runs away from the cornucopia. Josh Gad runs away from the cornucopia. SZA bashes Orpheus's head against a rock several times. SCA's music is so powerful that it bashes an entire god's head against a rock several times. Bonnie runs away from the cornucopia. AGR runs away from the cornucopia. Annie runs away from the cornucopia. Boy with Uke grabs his sword. BB No Money attacks Kendrick Lamar, but Sweeney Todd protects him, killing BB No Money. This is not surprising that one of the first kills that is not part of the cornucopia is Sweeney Todd, because Sweeney Todd does that in his musical. Jack Black sets Oliver on fire with a Molotov. Oh my gosh. So many children getting killed early in this Hunger Games. Zac Efron shoots an arrow at Preston, but misses and kills Ren instead. Bro missed a random person that's not part of musicals and kills Ren, who is the most, like, dance-worthy and most move-worthy of all time. So, the fact that Ren stepped in to kill, bro. Usnavi, Jelly Roll, and Clyde unsuccessfully ambushed Juice WRLD, King George, and Aladdin, who killed them instead. Poor Usnavi. And Jelly Roll, ooh. Somebody told him he won, and he's like, "You're nothing but a liar." And Clyde. Bonnie is gonna be devastated. 11 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Can I get a prayer? For Matilda, Shakespeare, Juliet, Black Bear, Orpheus, Orpheus, BB No Money, Oliver, Ren. Man, they really cut his foot loose. Usnavi. Now he's really in the heights. Jelly Roll. And Clyde. Bonnie's going to be devastated again. Shall we proceed? I think we shall. Evan Hansen kills Zac Efron as he tries to run. Evan? You never showed these skills when you were... Ugh. Evan has more skills than he even thought. Benny's trap kills Jack Black. Let's go, Benny! Josh Gad throws a knife into Glinda's head. He would do that out of comedic reasons. He would definitely do that out of comedic reasons. And that's it because... Yeah. AGAR decapitates Annie with a sword. Why are there so many kids dying? Why are all the musical artists going after little kids? Evan Hansen kills Bonnie while she is resting. Well, I mean, now she's not going to be sad about the death of Clyde, but like, geez, Evan. Man's got more skills than he thought. Man's got more skills than I thought. The Phantom throws a knife into the Heather's chest. All three of them. Cat pushes Veronica off a cliff. Aaron Burr strangles Boy With You after engaging in a fist fight. So I'm the villain in your history. 8 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Can I get a prayer? For Zac Efron, Jack Black, Glinda, Annie, Bonnie, the Heathers, Veronica, who died with the Heathers. That's very poetic. And Boy With You. All my friends are toxic. Our ambition is so rude and always negative. AGR poisons Billy Joel's drink but mistakes it for their own and dies. Elphaba tracks down and kills Lin-Manuel Miranda. Why? Elphaba, why? You really had to do that? Bro, Wicked definitely killed Hamilton. SZA bleeds out due to untreated injuries. And she was doing pretty well, too. Shame. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Can I get a prayer? For AJR. Lin-Manuel Miranda. He will never get his shot. And SZA, which I cannot pronounce to this day. Sweeney Todd, Green Day, and Genie track down and kill Juice WRLD because they think it's a canon event. Christine attempts to climb a tree but falls to her death. Elton John and Christopher Walken fight Evan Hansen and Ethan Slater. The 2 E's versus the 2 old guys. Elton John and Christopher Walken win. Do not overpower yourself by the fact you are younger than them. They will come back to fight you. Sweeney Todd dies from hypothermia. That is ironic because you'd expect him to die from like anything else. Like you'd expect someone to kill him because he's, Sweeney Todd. But 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Can I get a prayer? For Juice WRLD, Christine, Evan Hansen. I'm waving through a window for you, Evan. Ethan Slater. And Sweeney Todd. Josh Gad, Billy Joel, and the Phantom get into a fight. Billy Joel triumphantly kills a ghost and Josh Gad. I get Josh Gad. Like, I get how you kill them. But the Phantom? You kill the ghost, dude. Probably saying and just saying him off peacefully into the heavens. Because Billy Joel has that power, obviously. Benny falls into a pit and dies. That is sad. That is the saddest event that has happened. I love Benny so much, and he is my favorite character from In the Heights, and he falls in a pit and dies. That's just sad. Elton John accidentally steps on a landmine. Well, he's not really standing now. Billy Joel and Adam Levine fight cats and dream girls. Billy Joel and Adam Levine fight cats and girls. You know who won? Billy Joel and Adam Levine. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Can I get a prayer? For Josh Gad, the Phantom, and Benny. I'm saluting to Benny because I love Benny. Elton John, cats, and dream girls. The Lonely Island dies from hunger. I mean, there's a whole group for them, so I guess they would, because there's so many of them that would just... Oh, yeah, and Adam Levine kills King George while he is sleeping. Adam Levine? You just killed a monarch! You're going to jail! Adam Levine kills Queen with his own weapon. Adam Levine, like I said, is going on a killing spree. There's no telling where he's going to stop. Because Adam Levine is insane with how he is in animals. Green Day sets an explosive off, killing Preston, Thomas Jefferson, Aaron Burr, and Genie. 2 of the Hamilton cast, one of my friends, and Genie. He killed the Genie. Green Day out for it. Wait, who does that leave? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people left. We already have 8 people left. We have Kendrick Lamar, a Squip from Be More Chill, Billy Joel, Adam Levine, Green Day, which already has Billy Joel in it, Christopher Walken, Aladdin, and Elphaba. Who's going to win? Let me know in the comments. Adam Levine accidentally steps on a landmine. He was going so hard. I actually think he has the most kills right now. Which honestly kind of makes me sad because we haven't had a most kills person that wasn't part of the top 8 already. And everybody who's part of the top 8 is going to move on. So, yeah. Rest in peace, Adam Levine. 8 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Can I get a prayer? For King George, The Lonely Island, Queen, Preston. You actually have gotten so far. Proud of you, Preston. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson's going home. Aaron Burr. Someday, someday. Yeah, I'll be blown away. Genie. Now nobody's going to have a friend like him. And Adam Levine. Favorite singer. Gone and killed a lot of people. Surprised if he's not the most kill. Has the most kills. Green Day unknowingly eats toxic berries. Okay. Billy Joel's still alive, so honestly that whole thing is just it's gonna be confusing, but Billy Joel's still alive, so I guess rest in peace, but Billy Joel's still alive. So the rest of the team of Green Day, besides Billy Joel. Christopher Walken dies from hunger. Christopher Walken survives for so long. He's been through a lot. Christopher Walken, dude, just... I didn't realize he made it this far. He's kind of the unexpected person to be in the top 7 right now, but good on him. He survived for so long. Oh my gosh, we finally have it. An arena event. And for like arena events, I'm planning to do like a background that's different from like the day-night cycle. The remaining tributes begin to hallucinate. Aladdin eats a scorpion, thinking it is a delicate dessert. So all that happened is Aladdin hallucinated to eating a scorpion, which means he died. So, oh my gosh. I mean, I could see Aladdin doing that for like survival instinct based on his hallucination. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Green, can I get a prayer? For Green Day. For Christopher Walken, which survived for so long. And Aladdin, which also survived for so long. Good on you, Aladdin, for being such a great movie and musical. If you haven't already, go back to watch Aladdin. It's really good. Billy Joel unknowingly eats toxic berries. So all we have is the Squip, Elphaba, and Kendrick Lamar. 3 completely different people. The top 3: a pill, a witch, and Kendrick Lamar. This is about the time I think you should leave who you think will win in the comments. Elphaba overpowers Kendrick Lamar, killing him, and the Squip accidentally steps on a landmine. Somebody ate a Squip and blew them up. Is that a way to kill a Squip? Like, would the problem be solved in Be More Chill if Jeremy just stepped on a landmine? I mean, it's dark, but hear me out. Anyway, wait, first, can I get a prayer? For Billy Joel, Kendrick Lamar, and the Squip, which again, survived for a long time. The Squip, I'm not surprised. The Squip, I am not surprised. Kendrick Lamar, I'm also weirdly not surprised. But the winner of the 4th annual Alchemedia Games is Elphaba from Wicked. This just goes to show you do not defy gravity. You choose what is popular and you go dancing through life and you will win the Alchemedia Games. The wizard and I have nothing in common. But that's all the references I can make because I... Oh yeah, but this is a wonderful ending. Now, am I surprised by this result? Not really. I mean, have you seen Elphaba? She's the Wicked Witch of the East, but she's mistaken for Wicked, and she's just a very powerful person. Just with an absolutely amazing movie. And the fact I didn't even know what Wicked was last year until I've seen the movie for it. I'm honestly excited for the second part. I'm a little scared because there's not that many good songs in the second half. Besides Wonderful. I loved Wonderful. I think For Good is in it. But that's all I remember. Anyway, I'm not surprised Elphaba won. She is powerful. She is probably one of the most powerful people in this Alchemedia game. So, good on Elphaba. Top 8 people. Adam Levine. Green Day. Christopher Walken. Aladdin. Billy Joel. Kendrick Lamar. A Squip. And our winner, Elphaba. I'm happy Elphaba won. Actually, there's nothing I have to say against Elphaba winning. She is the most powerful person in this, so I should have expected this to happen. All I have to say is, please like for more, subscribe, and just share this with your friends if you can. This has been the musical edition of Alchemediagames. That was beautiful. Anyway, take care, Alchemedians. Love y'all.